Welcome aboard, everyone. Simon here from the Worlds of Wall Street. Hope you're doing fantastically well wherever you are. We're going into IOTX here. That's IOTEX, the company, but IOTX is what you can find it on exchange. Guys, there's a few really interesting updates I've got for you for IOTX today before we go into the chart. So let's kick off first of all with this piece here around Binance. So Binance will be supporting the hard fork and the network upgrade of IOTX. So this is really interesting. So just bear in mind, guys, that I think around about the 11th of October, there will be a suspension of deposits and withdrawals for IOTX. So just bear that in mind if you were looking to do any trades around this period of time or any activities with staking, etc. That there may be a bit of disturbance in the activity around IOTX. I don't see too much fluctuation in price or anything around that period of time. It's just to make you aware that this is occurring. So yeah, very much looking forward to seeing how the improvements work with IOTX and the development program of their roadmap. So I just thought I'd throw that out there first. Second part is this airdrop here. So there's an opportunity if you're using staking opportunities of IOTX, both either through their IOPay wallet or I think you can do it through a couple of other areas as well. You have the chance to obtain this airdrop. They come up with some funny names, don't they? Right, okay. So yeah, very much an opportunity to, of course, obtain these tokens off the IOTX system. So do check that out if that's something of interest to you. Of course, the IOTX ecosystem is growing by the day, absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, definitely have a look at that if you're interested. We can probably do a video on that separately. Just as a quick overview. There's a couple of other things I wanted to pull out here, and I think this is really interesting. So IOTX were added as a Q3 member of the Industry IoT Consortium. Okay, so these guys are basically kind of like a consortium or an organization that is helping bring together applications, projects, businesses in the IoT sphere, which of course is a big passion of mine. It's certainly something I do in the real world, both IoT and AI, and it's certainly something I'm always interested in investing in. We've done a lot of videos on this kind of topic, especially with the integration of things like energy, housing and all of this sort of stuff, autonomous vehicles, autonomous flying, all of these aspects of how the world will change in the next few years utilizing blockchain technology. There's a multitude of members, but yeah, it's really interesting to see that they've added to this. But what I thought was also quite interesting, as I was scanning through some of the updates here on Twitter, I came across an interesting one here. Before we go into that one, actually, there was another opportunity here where they were linked with essentially a roundtable with Ericsson. So the reason I thought that was quite interesting, I'm not suggesting anything in particular here, but when we talk about these kind of applications and projects, I always like to do a bit of dot connecting. So in our previous video that we launched earlier today, we were talking about the updates on Corda. And one of the big updates here on the video, if you get access to the CordaCon, please do check out the Ericsson blockchain journey, a corporate case study. And it caught me thinking, like, IOTX on the same roundtable with the likes of Ericsson, who are also looking into IoT, blockchain and technology aspects. So here we go. We will unveil our new asset tracking testbed, join an innovation panel with Ericsson and RTI software. Guys, let's have a think about this. Follow the money, guys. Follow the money. I haven't had a look at the panel discussion yet, so I'm very interested in that. But asset tracking, guys, asset tracking. How interesting is that? To have some further information on, for sure. So I will do an update on that perhaps in the next few days. But I wanted to just pull out top line stuff here for IOTX's updates, and we'll definitely have a look at that as an integration for what this was going on about as well. Maybe we're actually going to see, look at all these topics, guys. Connected vehicles, automotive and over-the-air updates, assets, deep learning. I know quite a bit about that as well. Factory automation, intelligent urban water supply. Wow, there's so many options here for blockchain, isn't there? So yeah, I'll definitely have to look at that. Track and trace testbed, by the way. Smart factory, machine learning. It's all in here. It's all connected, guys. It's all happening. Last point here, guys, which has absolutely really interested me. This area, or actually, what's this one here? Quick. Collaborate IIC, explore the world. Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll do a separate video on that. I'm really interested to read a bit further on that. So looking forward to that. But this topic here, IOTX, Mobifi, guys. Why am I interested in this in particular? Well, one, because of this potential awesome partnership occurring. Two, they're linked with one of our favourite bags, essentially. Not directly, but they are linked, that's for sure. Mobifi, one of their partners, guys, R3 Corda, XDC. How many videos do we have to do for people to realise what's going on in this world for blockchain, energy, supply chain, all of these things, IoT, AI, and we talked about in the previous video earlier, if you haven't watched it, go check it out. We sort of interlaced Vodafone's application with Energy Web, looping around to AI and IoT projects, interoperability with various blockchains and technologies. Polygon, obviously a massive one there. But R3 Corda, when we were discussing through this about the IoT spectrum, IoTX is obviously a major part in that kind of thing. And it just fascinated me that Mobifi can bring all these projects together. And one of the key aspects I pushed ahead in the previous video earlier was that everyone keeps fighting on Twitter and stuff about what blockchain's better than the other. Well, actually, the whole point of it is that actually they'll all start connecting at some point to create the full entire ecosystem that we will all be living in the next 5-10 years and beyond. So it really amazed me. You can buy this token, by the way, I think on Gate and also through Uniswap. Just double check that while we're here. Yeah, Uniswap and Gate. So I'm actually going to start looking into this because I think this is really interesting. So very much these guys have a lot of amazing partners already, but I'm very interested in the Polygon aspect as well. So you can always see it all interlacing, really, to be honest, as to what's going on. But look at what it's all about. Travel smart. All you need for daily dependency, guys. Tokenomics, next gen mobility. This is about travel, transportation, investment, payments. When they've got Corda on board, guys, right? They're probably going to be integrating the tokenomics, the actual payment infrastructure for this. I'm not even joking. I'm gonna have to do big research on this now because it literally threw me. I nearly fell off my chair. I was like, could we get any more bullish about this space? Like if we tried. Digital assets, rewards in one place, sustainable incentives, rewarding for all the efficient transportation, utilizing crypto, blockchain, tokenomics. Incredible. No more transactions, hidden fees because of smart contracts, because of blockchain technology. Guys, it's absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait to pull out some more detail of this, but I thought it's absolutely phenomenal what ITX are dealing with here, and the interlacing of, as I mentioned, with all of these things, guys. They're all linked. Some of the major topics here, even if you look at the World Economic Forum, it's all about digital currency, IoT, smart grid, all on blockchain. It's incredible, guys. I want to go into the chart before I start going into rabbit holes, and we need to do separate videos on that. If you find this informative, please do smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well if you are not a subscriber already, or if you're new to the channel. We really do massively appreciate it, and we are smashing it through, nearly on 2,000. We love your support. We hope you're enjoying the content. We're enjoying doing it. That's the main thing, right? So, guys, let's just have a quick look at the chart for IOTX. Nothing major to report since the last video, other than we are truly trying to obtain towards that 0.068 mark as a support level. We keep getting rejected, so we're currently sort of stuck in this middle area here. of no man's land. I'm just going to see if I can get any more reflection on perhaps a new marker here. Let's perhaps go to just around there. Okay, so yeah, we're really trying to get this kind of level, actually, just over 6 cents. So we're struggling a bit. But what I would say, what is turning into a positive aspect, is that we are slowly getting into a bullish momentum. The MACD has a very slight crossover on the 26th of October. That was this nice little growth pattern here, going from a low of 0.056 to a high of 0.075. So a good 2 cent movement there. We've had a bit of a retracement since then. There's probably a bit of profit taking from a macro level. But the volumes are slowly but surely starting to try and kick back into a green momentum. So this is what I wanted to see for quite some time now. We're not quite fully out of it. As I said, the MACD is just about switched over. It's fighting for that space. And I think we're going to get stability here, hopefully, around that 0.061 mark. We're currently floating, as of recording, at 0.059. So it's very much bang on that 6 cent mark. We need to try and get a close over 6 cents, in my opinion, today to confirm that area a bit more. But certainly over the next 2-3 days is really a critical point, because if we get rejected there, we may come back down and test the 0.048 mark. That's not an entirely bad thing. Historically, we haven't had too much traction down there. Only back here around the sort of May period and even in March time for a couple of days on the trot. We had this big increase here throughout August. A massive drive upwards, taking us from sort of rough prices here, 27th of July, about 0.018, all the way up here to a new all-time high of 15 cents, guys. Incredible movement. But this always concerned me. We've always said it in a few videos. We still have this buy opportunity down here, starting at 0.045. Will it come down to that? Possibly, just to test those areas, confirm new support levels before we absolutely take this to the moon, in my opinion. I truly believe towards the end of October into November, we will see some dizzy heights of IOTX, way beyond that 15 cents previous all-time high. So, guys, let us know in the comments below what you think your price prediction is for IOTX. The RSI is pretty flat at the moment, bang on the middle. In my opinion, not financial advice, it's still a great opportunity to accumulate. I do, however, have some USDT waiting in the back end for this potential drop. I am accumulating as and when I see small dips, but I've certainly got a big bag ready for these kind of levels between that sort of 0.048 and 0.045 mark. So, like I said, not financial advice, it's just something I'm aiming for just from historic data and everything. I think we may need to come back down to that level very temporarily to confirm that as a support, so we can really push this, guys, get those confirmed support levels up on these higher spectrums. Like I said, hopefully towards the end of October, we might be switching more to a bullish momentum and attacking that previous all-time high mark around that 15 cent mark. As I said, let us know in the comments below what you think. Hopefully you found this video relatively informative. We've done a bit of the chart analysis here as well, and I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing IOTX fly further ahead as it deserves. It's very much similar to another project that I've loved, like IOTA, for example, and there's a multitude of other ones. I still haven't done the Matrix AI video drop yet. Hopefully by the weekend. I think that's a phenomenal project as well, as is Fetch AI, which we need to do an update on as well. Basically, I've got hundreds of videos that I have to keep trying to update, and it's really hard balancing that. So hopefully you appreciate that. Yes, we'd want to do more videos, but we can't right now. We're doing them as and when we can, and as much as possible with some really good content behind them as well. So thank you so much for your support and watching. Guys, we will leave that there. We will see you and IOTX on the moon. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.